Tags𝜗𝜚, govannen vind. A star shines upon the hour of our meeting. Tags𝜗𝜚. Do not be afraid. Bear with me. Take a glance ahead of you. The valley of Imladris is already nearby.
Mellon. My govannen, Elduyn. You are awake. You are awake, my friend. That is so lovely. I was just speaking to my Lord Elrond about finding you near the last bridge. You were ambushed or attacked. I do not know. But I have found you. That I do know. In one of your pockets was this invitation. An invitation to a feast here in Rivendell. And you were lucky I found you, because the feast is in a few days, and you look, well, you have all these scratches on your face, scratches of branches, bushes, trees, and other things. But you are safe now. You are currently in Lotr, the House of Elrond, the last homely house east of the sea. But before we begin with anything, I would like to get rid of all these scratches for you and help you feel a bit more at home. I have here this little saucer and moon water. Water that has been collected in one of our many waterfalls under the bright light of a full moon. And I am just going to dab this in to calmly brush your face and brush all those scratches away. You are lucky I found you, because it is in the middle of the night, and I understand that you might feel a little bit dreamy and sleepy. But that is okay, because I'm just going to ready you up for bed and then help you any further in the morning. So just really get all these things off. There's not much blood, but it's a bit tense. So I reckon you are on your way to the party. It is to be a very magnificent feast. So, tomorrow morning, after breakfast, a dear friend of mine will help you prepare for the feast. How I found you? Oh, I was just riding on my horse through the night, as I like to do sometimes, and when I was about to pass the last bridge over the river, I saw something lying in the distance, which in this case was you, and your horse was nowhere to be seen. So I'm sorry if it's lost, but we may very well go search for it after the feast. Because you said you are a little bit dreamy, I have something that might help you. Rivendell delicacies. Take one. They tend to help sleeping, but although I'm not that sleepy right now, and I don't need to be that sleepy right now, still I could do with a treat, and you too. So, have you ever been to the Valley of lotr before? Well, you don't need to worry about anything now, because you are here now, and you are surrounded by all kinds of loving folk, mainly elves. Right. So I think that should do it. Now, I brought you a little gift while you're staying here. Your very own pair of robes. They are beautifully woven and made of the finest materials. Which in this case is silk. So, this is tailored by the best tailors in Rivendell. These elves have been making robes for as long as elfdom or humanity can remember. They also made my cloak, which I was carrying, which I was wearing when I found you, and I rushed straight to the Valley of lotr. And I haven't changed clothes yet. But whenever you're ready, you're good. And look, it is this dark red with all these little dots. So it's a very, very fine robe. and I think it would be about your size. Or at least I hope so. So I'll just place that right there, and you can take it whenever you like, and change whenever you like. So now I have this quill right here. And because you said that your visuals are a little dreamy, I will just be doing a little test on you to see when the quill gets in view and when it goes out of view. Okay? So you just tell me whenever you see the quill. Good. 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 Perfect. Now I would just, because you've got all these scratches on you, I would just like to simply calmly touch your face to see if everything is in order. Okay? So just tell me when you feel anything. The bridge of your nose. Perfect. You're doing splendid. Good. So, I will now just continue on cleaning your face a little. So, before you ventured into the dark, what do you normally do in your daily life? Okay. Let me just take a new cloth. I've noticed that your hands are also quite dirty. Now, you haven't had any supper yet, have you? You are not going to pick up a knife and fork with those. Just yes, give your left one first. So, as I said, I was just speaking to Lord Elrond. And the thing that happened to you is grave news to ourselves. the whole of Middle-earth, really. Because there has been rumour of late. A rumour that the One Ring has been found. Give me your other hand. Thank you. It turns out it had been in the Shire all these years. Owned by one Bilbo Baggins of the Shire. Hobbiton, to be precise. And the ring has been in his possession for nearly 60 years. Or so the rumours spread. But I don't know if it had anything to do with you. Can you remember anything? I don't want to bring up any bad memories. But if a pack of orcs or whatever attacked you and dared to cross the Bruin, then I think we must act quickly. The One Ring. What do you mean? The story of the One Ring. Oh. Well, before I start, turn your hands over so I can do the inside. Thank you. The One Ring was forged by the Dark Lord, whose name I shall not utter here, in the valley of Elduyn. But by the time it was forged and the first war of the ring started, I was still a very young elf. I was only about 200 years, I think. Anyway, a young elf. And your other hand. Yes, thank you. And, yes. The world has changed since I was a young elf. The world has certainly changed. Sometimes, when I walk under the moonlit nights, or gallop with my horse through the forest, I can feel it. In the water. I can feel it in the earth. I can smell it in the air. For much what once was is lost. For none now live who remember it. But you were asking me about how the One Ring came to being, right? Well, I think it began with the forging of the great rings. 3 were given to the elves, us, immortal, wisest, and fairest of all beings, and 7 to the dwarf lords, great miners and craftsmen of mountain halls, and 9 rings were gifted to the race of men. You, who above all else desire power. But I don't blame you for anything, love. You were just the wrong person in the wrong time, and perhaps the wrong place. But supported by the friendship and the courage of elves, dwarves, hobbits, and everything you can find in the Valley of Lotras, I'm sure that you would be alright. But all of those who had rings were deceived, you know. For another ring was made in the land of Mordor, the Dark Lord, which name is forbidden, forged in secret, a master ring, and into this ring he poured his cruelty, his malice, and his will to dominate all life. One ring to rule them all. One ring to find them. One ring to bring them all, and in the darkness bind them. And now this one ring has been found, and to us elves it is graver news than any war or anything that would happen in Middle-earth. Our people are leaving each day. Friends of mine are leaving for the great shores, sailing to the lands beyond the sea. It is a sad tale. But first, we have a party. A very special party. And in that party, that feast, you, my friend, will be, or at least it says so here, a guest of honor. So, I'd say just put on your new robes, stay here. This is your new room now, okay? Stay here. The house of healing, the last homely house east of the sea, will help you to relax and recover from your injuries. And we are on it, on the difficulties, on everything that you experienced when you came from the last bridge to the Valley of Lotras, to ourselves. So I'd say a very good night, my mellon. And tomorrow, as I said, my friend will pick you up and she will help you with any other preparations for the feast. And we're going to have loads of fun. I hear there is lots of shroom wine and lots of other things as well. I leave you alone now. I've got a meeting with a very, very close friend of mine. So, I'll think of you as I venture into the night, and I hope you sleep well in the Valley of Lotras. Take a deep breath. And just relax. Alright. And give my friend my most warm regards. Good night.